of all the different keywords that we might want to be using. We can sort through it, filter, and so forth. And this is going to just run through real quick and kind of shows doing some research on those 3 keywords. And cycle is the last one. And then we may want to use this data to go ahead and find other keywords. Like, let's just look at what are the most searched of all these keyword terms. Maybe we want to focus in on just a particular type of word. So let's look at the most searched terms that have the word mountain in them. So we're looking for mountain bikes in this example. So from there we can create our prioritized list of keywords so they're in our website. Whoops. Oh, I see.
What is the data source for that?
Good question. Actually, it works with several different data sources. You can do Word Tracker. It'll work with WordStream, and you can also import data from Google's keyword research tool. Unfortunately, there's not an API for Google's research tool, so you can search through it and then export that data and import it into here. So then you kind of always have it at your fingertips, and you don't have to run back over to.
So are some of these subscription based?
Several of them are. But what's interesting is that Word Tracker has a free version. They kind of gave us a key so that you can get, if you do the full-blown Word Tracker version, you get, I guess, as many results as you want. The free version that we have, that anyone can access, gives you 15 results for any keyword, but then you can always dig down. So, for example, if you start with the word biking, and then you want to research mountain biking, you can always dig down and get to other words. And then WordStream actually gives you 200 API calls free a month. And so you can get a free account through them or go with their paid service. It also hooks in with another service called Scribe SEO that starts at about $17 a month. And then, of course, the Google data is completely free.
So we can integrate a paid subscription with one of those companies with this tool?
Yeah, you can do the paid subscription, but there's also free subscriptions. So the paid route, the paid route, Word Tracker is a pretty good set of data. So Word Tracker might be a good way to go. The free route is I would do the free Word Tracker tool, the free Word Tracker account, and then do the free WordStream account, and then mix that in with Google AdWords data. So once we have our site keyword list, the next step is we want to start creating content. We need to do some keyword research on that content also. Generally, and this is going to be pretty much the same whether you're starting with a keyword has kind of inspired this piece of content, or some just topic that the organization or an author you want to write on personally or a user. But we want to determine our main keywords from that content. Then we generate a keyword list. Now we want to go and research again, what are people actually searching for? We want to look for synonyms. We want to look for search volume and competition. Come back with basically, you probably want to optimize around 1, maybe 2 root words, and then maybe some modifiers. And what I mean by modifiers is, let's say, for example, we're optimizing for the term mountain bike, or let's say mountain bike frames, which is what we'll be looking at in a second. I might want to do something like best mountain bike frames, or affordable mountain bike frames. So best or affordable would be modifier words. And so this is how the keyword research module works with doing page research. So we're going to select a keyword from our list of site keywords, mountain bike frames, create a new node for it, and I'm just pasting in some content from Wikipedia on this. And then I can start with, I'm just going to type in a few phrases that I think this content's about. There's another module that we've actually come out since this one called Alchemy that will extract terms. And then you can also use things like OpenCalais and some of those other things also to extract terms. But basically, we put in a couple terms that we think it's about, and it comes back and tells us, how important does our SEO manager think these terms are? How much traffic are they getting? Or we can go and do research. So for example, there's a simple little module called Keyword Analysis that extracted keywords from this content. Now we can go and actually do research on these keywords and dig down into them and find what might be the best variants of keywords that we have in our content that we actually want to flag for this piece of content. That's a lot of using keywords in content. This whole thing. We can hit the refresh, and it'll go back and it'll tell us, are these important keywords? How much search volume do we have on these keywords, and so forth. So you've got that data available to you while you're doing your node editing to help you focus into these areas. Then, of course, once you've got your keywords figured out for a piece of content, we need to optimize it. Years ago, when we used to do training, we would give people a checklist like this. Make your page title so many characters. Use your targeted keyword phrase at least one time, put it towards the beginning. Make your body 200 to 800 words, this kind of thing. If you've been doing SEO, you've probably used some guide like this. And of course, what happens? You copy and paste a lot of content from your node edit form into a word processor or something to count the number of words. You can't even figure out prominence. And so the idea is, well, why don't we just do this all in Drupal?
By the way.
Pardon?
By the way.
So it'd be a lot easier to just do this in Drupal. So now we're looking at another module called Content Optimizer. And so basically we can put in a keyword phrase, analyze the content, and it's going to come back and count our words for us. It's going to tell us our prominence. It's going to tell us if we have issues. It also has several other analyzers that we can work with. So we can look at the readability of our content, kind of grades it. And then it puts this information in our node form for us. It's an option. So that we can go ahead and kind of change the content, hit a refresh, and have it tell us, have we hit our goals yet? And so now we see that our title is optimized. We run down to our body and kind of do the same thing. You'll see the readability analysis, which is some readability scoring that's going on automatically. Kind of some cool little algorithms. There's a few other modules.